Well, we're aiming you to the south because we're waiting for Ileana to start pushing some of that cloud cover in. Now, today's going to be the last hot day for a while, and depending on which sensor you're looking at, it either got to 99 degrees or 97 here at the station. Now, the cool down is on its way, but how cool is really the question. This long, prolonged week of clear skies has allowed us to cool off significantly, going all the way down into those 60s, if not those 50s, and then warming up by about 30 degrees. You can see it again here today as we get near 97. Now, that's a good 32-degree run, but that margin's about to close to about 20 degrees, if not 10, with some of this cloud cover set to return. 97 in San Angelo. Everybody else up there in those 90s with us. Definitely pushing into that triple-digit mark in some areas. Sonora at 99, 94 down there in Sterling. Everything looking beautiful for kickoff. And when we look at some of those humidity values, we're watching them on the rise. We could see a little bit of cloud cover for the weekend, and by Sunday, maybe some light rain shower activity. Dew points in those 60s, and those humidity indices are in those 30s across the board, unless you're off towards the southeast, moving into those 40s while we're watching those winds pick up from the southwest, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's going to start pumping more humidity into the Concho Valley. Upper level pattern is going to show you where we're seeing a little bit of ridging over Texas and Oklahoma, but it's going to push out of the way. Now, you're going to watch about 3 strong low pressure systems really deep and across the west coast, finally putting out some of those fires, but they're already starting to see snow up in the Rocky Mountains. And I saw about 3 inches of hail yesterday with some of that severe weather as a result of this long wave trough. Now, the high pressure off towards the east and Francine are going to continue to hold this blocking pattern in, but by Friday next week, we're going to watch this long wave trough push off towards the east, and we're going to see just how cool things get here in the Concho Valley. Right now, we're looking at the stationary boundary with that interaction between what's left of Francine and, of course, Ileana making her way up from the Gulf of California. That's where we're starting to see some of that cloud cover in from the south. Now, the moisture tracker is going to show you where that strong stovepiping will return. You're going to see some intense thunderstorm activity across the Dakotas. It finally finds its way down into the Concho Valley, where it turns into some of that light rain shower activity because we're always on the tail end of those cold fronts before it pushes out of the way, pulling that moisture in from Ileana across the Sierra Madres. Now, those mountains are going to strip a lot of moisture out of the atmosphere and only leave us with a little bit of cloud cover. It will try by Sunday. Friday's severe weather outlook has pushed everything off towards the east with a little bit of action there in the panhandle of Texas. We take you down to Ileana right now as she continues to become post-tropical, still a tropical storm. Moving north still about 7 miles per hour, but sustaining 45-mile-per-hour winds as she comes down on Cabo San Lucas right now. But we're watching that cloud cover and that moisture try to fight its way across the Sierra Madres. Now, the satellite is showing you how it's still trying to organize itself, but it's slowly making landfall, and you can see some impressive moisture really pushing against that cold front. Again, that deepening low pressure system off the west coast is going to hold off a lot of that cloud cover, but you definitely see how it's pushing in from the south. Right now, the radar is showing you how everything's pretty calm out there. Of course, it's trying to pick up any value it can, including some of those high clouds, but it's quiet. It's going to be perfect. This cloud cover will continue through the rest of the night. Here's kickoff, seeing a little bit of it off towards the south. It will continue to push its way in for a beautiful Friday night. Then take a good look. This is going to be kickoff for Ram Jam. Some steady cloud cover, definitely keeping us comfortable as we make our way into that home game. Then that cloud cover will push out by Sunday night. Then by Sunday afternoon, we're going to watch some of that thunderstorm activity try to fight its way in, and that cool down is on its way. Now, we'll see how much more rain shower activity we see as we make our way into that third quiet week of September. But tonight, we're going to be dropping down into those 70s, so pretty warm overnight. Then tomorrow, a good run at the triple digits, but that steady cloud cover definitely keep us cool and comfortable for Ram Jam. That will continue that cooling trend as we make our way into Sunday, where things are still cooling down by next week in those mid-90s, but it continues to drop from there with that strong low pressure system. We're going to see those lows level out in those 70s while those highs get somewhere down around those lower 90s by next game day weekend. Stay tuned. We'll have more for the Ricky Roach and KSAN News at 5.